in game number 1.
Yeah, and the only thing that really stands out to me is the fact that they saw the on-fleek Lee Sin pick. We know that he plays very aggressively on this champion, and Sangyun is one of our best Hawkshot users in the LCK. So,
Kind of wishes to put down a trinket ward though at that point. Probably with the duration he got, and on-fleek finally will get it. And this is really cute. Notice double control ward invested by Hanwha Life to stop their
not getting a lot of value so far this game, as on-fleek's going to be able to kill this one here after setting, much like the blue buff was. That's a good hook though, as Key comes down. That's the Devour, but who's stuck in where with who as the arrow is going to land? Ghost is able to get some shots across, but I have a feeling there are just more Hanwha Life members. It's a decent teleport. Ghost is somehow still alive as Lava picks him off in the end, and SANBOX Gaming have turned it on its head. It's a double kill coming in for Dove, as now Lava wants to try and get something done. He's still got a cleanse, flashing forward, but the flash is answered there by Dove, who will land the paddle star. On-fleek wants to find a Q, gets the safeguard forward, lands the Q eventually as he gets it in for the finish. The beginning of that engage, and then SANBOX just had more.
And this is what we missed during all of this. The fans right now are going to be in ecstasy when they realize what happened topside. It looked like it was just farming out. Tal thought he could walk up with his Ignite. The answer's not true. Summit hits everything.
Today, though, as Key needs to get protected, doesn't, as Dove takes a huge chunk out of the Thresh, and now SANBOX, they feel confident to take down Shelly, despite the fact that we've got a Varus behind enemy turrets on the bottom side of the map.
And this is really good to see from SANBOX. We didn't know what SANBOX would show up today after they kind of fell away towards the end of spring season. And it's a pleasure to see. This is an informed Varus staying bot rather than oops, Varus forgot you didn't have teleport. They understood that with Zoe, if something hits, there's Vladimir not there.
And this also illustrates exactly what we were talking about as well. As there's the combo from on-fleek. Mugen able to get himself out. He's burning down so quickly. Has to go golden. Big investment here to stop himself from dying. Not entirely sure whether he was going to. However, going to say, well, we've got the late game, guys. Let's power forward. It's going to be more and more difficult as this game goes on. Mugen dives on forward. Summit not going to get knocked up, but he's put inside the Cataclysm. I don't think he's going to have the dash in time. He does! As there's Tal, the flash forward has to be there from Key, and Summit is not going to survive. But how long can he last? The Kingslayer keeps him alive for that little bit longer, but eventually...
Going second is deep, and I say deep teleport from Tal. They're looking for the all-in here, a Hanwha Life.
Yep, Sangyun's waiting for that arrow as well. It does fly forward. It's going to be Summit that's nailed by it as Mugen just sacrificed himself. Great kick on the back end there from on-fleek to keep the Vladimir out of the fight, as Joker is going to go very, very low. The Silas is eventually traded, as that's a really late pull, but it is just late enough. Lava turns up, and Hanwha are finding their team fight. Safeguard gets on-fleek out, but it's not going to save his mid-outer turret. And Hanwha Life...
Closest target, and SANBOX a little bit confused about who to focus on.
There's Arrow, it's going to come down again. This one's going to land true. That's 3 people inside the Cataclysm. Great Hemo Plague there as well, as Mugen may not even die for this one. Joker eventually falls, as now the Realm Warp is going to get them in there. In goes Tal. It's a double for the Vladimir. 3 more left on the map. Can Tal find any more? The answer. Yep, Volley's going to tag Summit, who doesn't want to give this one away without a fight. It's going to be the Vladimir that takes down the Mountain Drake. Invests. That smite is on-fleek, he's burning down, and Key grabs it with the Ignite last couple of ticks.
Hanwha Life could just keep walking up, they didn't actually care.
As the Cataclysm, Ghost immediately has to flash. They're going to take that as the Realm Warp is actually taken from Lava. He's going to get a follow-up Cataclysm from Summit, who hijacked it, who's going to go golden to keep himself alive. Hanwha not able to get anything back, as, oh my goodness, that abscond was so close to being the end for Hanwha. Beach Ball going to go wide, as well as Sangyun wants to take this Lantern. He's going to do so. The Trouble Bubble's going to land, but Thresh not going to get chunked out. Hanwha do move on over here. It's likely to be that 50-50. Q's going to get in. On-fleek gets himself back over. There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Devours in as the Baron is still at 3,000 health. Sangyun getting a lot of damage. It's traded there as the ultimate flies out of the hijacked version from the Silas. But SANBOX should let this Baron reset, and Hanwha will be able to defend. That is another Paddle Star is going to land. That's a great bubble, but Dove does have to respect Tal and the amount of damage that he can do. Half the health bar now on the Baron, as it has been started up. Hawkshot spots it. as now Muujin, he's going to have to sacrifice himself for this 50-50. THEO gets his way forward. Grey health there for Joker as Hemo Play does come in. Lava's kicked into the Baron pit. So much damage from Summit in amongst all of the backliners. OnFleek finishes it off. Gets the kill on the jungler. Finds the mid laner as well as Songyun is the next one to get punished. And THEO is zoned completely out of this battle. Triple kill for the Lee Sin of all people. And Varus finishes off the Baron. Back to the fountain as now 2 inhibitors are down. That's the engagement. THEO does throw down the Hemo Plague. And he's just going to get popped. That trouble bubble was so damn good. The kickback there as OnFleek grabs his next kill in a row. This guy is so aggressive. Summit throws out his enchanted crystal arrow, and it feels like it's just for fun as the Nexus is now being targeted. The Rise evaporates. The Jarvan is going to follow suit, and SANBOX out of nowhere explode the game wide open. There's certainly a lot of chaos that you can provide in a lot of these team fights, but the identity for SANBOX has changed a little bit despite having the same picks on the top side of the map and the bottom side. That's
Awesome Bono drawing. Really, really good artwork here around the stadium.
Cool.
The SANBOX guys are just unbelievable.
Now pushed up, he's not going to be able to. Okay, Barrel's going to fly on over as Bono spots OnFleek being a bit cheeky on his blue side jungle.
The deep wards, that's why they spotted Bono going for an early recall, but with Predator gets back fast. We're still fighting.
Yeah, Body Slam's going to come in, but that's a great knock up there from OnFleek. Down to about 300 health, but Bono's down to 200 as Summit has found THEO on his rotation over. Dove and Lava are fighting as well. It's a fight on 3 fronts at the moment as SANBOX, the top and jungle are going to... who could have taken way more damage than that. Speaking of which, Bono's coming up. THEO was actually trying to bait the Rune Prison. Is very late, but it's working out pretty well here for Hanwha. The ward goes down. That's first blood going to Bono. Now has to leave the wave as it starts shoving towards him. His Summit is going to dive in onto 4 people, most likely. Shelly going down very low. Is it at 500 health? It was stolen by Summit. The Rek'Sai is going to go down, so the kills are in favor of Hanwha, but the damage has been done. Now they have to defend Shelly's eye to make sure that SANBOX can't pick it up. But you can see Summit, he's so incredibly slippery. He could possibly be able to get in here and just take that one away.
Summit just did everything there. Picking it up with the Q, the smite, half a second too early from Bono. Trying to patrol this one, they're going to give it up.
Yep, Dove comes on down, Summit grabs it, the Abscond not quite going to be there as Lava's looking for it. Doesn't actually decide to pull the trigger on the knock-up as Windwall is in a weird position. There's a knock-up onto Joker as Dove dives on forward. He bends his own ultimate to take down the Yasuo. THEO now in trouble as a teleport is coming in. THEO has to flash, but does get himself out. Songyun, that's an opening with the ultimate as Dove does go golden. Is he actually going to survive though as Summit needs another Kingslayer? The Rakan is going to go down as there's a Rek'Sai that makes his way back in, and the Hail of Blades triple kill to be followed up with Dove's kill.
The Silas that led to the Rift Tail being picked up, and now they're just going, packing up, finding whoever they can kill.
Yep, Grand Entrance comes in, there's the last breath, but Ghost, he's free hitting. Lava takes so much damage, the barrel is going to come back, but OnFleek finds his way in. This is a Rek'Sai though, and he's pretty squishy at this stage. Songyun's limping away, Lava's limping away, Ghost really wants to try and get there, but the flash wasn't enough. Oh man, robbed as it's only Joker that falls down.
2 or 3 kills as Summit's TP continued, but unfortunately was interrupted by the Rise. That's the reason the Summit wasn't able to join. They're looking for kills still.
Yep, backs going everywhere as Key able to battle dance just as his teammate is going to be leaving. Wasn't actually able to pick up on the recall as Songyun did get back
for items. Only really get going later in the game.
That's the flash knock-up. THEO is going to disappear. Aftershock or no, you are dead. 8,000 gold to lead at 18 minutes into this game. Dove's going to get knocked up, but he's inside his shroud. Feeling pretty comfy. OnFleek not wanting to get too much more. Ring around the rosies happening, but eventually does go down. So I'm feeling the pain regardless of what you say. Thank you very much.
Speaking of pain,
we found the last breath. Baron, that is down to 6,000 health. Chains of Corruption fly in, but I believe that was a wind wall that stopped that one from actually affecting it. The quickness now comes down from Summit. So many different options to stop them from getting into this pick. 2,000 gold. Now they're going to burst it, and Hanwha say that they can't get in. That was beautiful from SANBOX.
A lot of great. The biggest question we have left in this series.
Yep, he is. He's going to do it right then as Bono is going to go golden. He sees his death in amongst 5 members of SANBOX Gaming. And he's probably going to see the end of this game as well because the whole base. I've never seen someone get this hijacked as he's diving on forward, gets everyone charmed up. as there's the Void Wrath on fleek is going to go golden. He should eventually fall down as Joker has to utilize his Grey Health, but the Nexus turret's going to be taking him down. The rest of SANBOX looking for more as now Dove has to go into his Zhonya's Hourglass and eventually does actually manage to survive. Kingslayer doing some work there from Summit, but that's called throwing away your life. They're able to grab the Guardian Angel there as well as Dove was able to at least stop them from pressing too far forward. These turrets, Summit does have that quickness once again, gets back in with the Abscond. He's going to use the ultimate, but he's going to use it late as he goes golden. Blast Breath is going to come down. He hasn't died just yet. Dove goes golden as well. The Kingslayer seems to be doing so much work. How does he survive for so damn long as Tal is not going to? The Nexus dies as well, and SANBOX makes quick work of Hanwha.